So you're writing a book, get about halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, all the way through. You've got this draft, and now you're looking for a developmental editor. What do you think's better? Starting with that developmental editor at the beginning, or taking your book at the end to a developmental editor to see what they think when you're finished writing that first draft? What do you think is better? The answer is going to save you a lot of money. Too many nonfiction authors write the whole book, half the book, 3/4 of the book, get stuck. Then they come to us looking for an edit. And what sometimes happens is we land up giving them a 20, 30, 40-page document full of necessary edits that take 30, 40, 50, 20 hours, structural fixes, rewrites, stress. That is not only expensive, but it's overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, first off, what is a developmental editor? A developmental editor is not looking at your spelling or your grammar or your vocabulary, your word choice. That's not what they do. A developmental editor is helping you shape your book before you write it and or as you go. They focus on your ideas. They help you structure the book. They create an engaging flow. They ensure clarity, and they create with you a reader journey that keeps people reading, reviewing, and recommending your book. It's not grammar. That's later. So think of them as your book architect, guiding you into a strong foundation. And because with the right support early on, you can avoid a costly teardown later. Let's look at the difference between proactively working with a developmental editor and a rescue mission. So the stress level. Proactively working with a developmental editor, so much less stress, low stress. Sometimes there might be a little, but mostly low stress, clarity, feedback as you go. Rescue mission, high stress. Major restructuring late in the process creates stress, especially if you have deadlines coming up. Timeline. Working proactively, you'll write faster. You'll edit faster. You'll get through the entire process faster. Rescue missions, slow. You've already written the book and now you have to rewrite it. Large scale revisions can add a lot of time onto your project. But quality, working with an editor, higher quality. This ongoing feedback builds your, helps you build that structure, that tone, that flow. And yes, I hear you. I hear you. Some people are saying, but I don't know the structure right off the bat and things can change. Yes, I hear you. Things can change. But that doesn't mean it lowers the quality. You start with a working outline and you move from there. And I promise you, it makes a huge difference. Quality when you don't have a structural editor or developmental editor that helps you along the way, or you have to have a rescue mission. Book quality, variable. Sometimes it can be rescued. Sometimes it's so much money, you feel like just giving up the project entirely. It can be really tough. Author confidence, obviously, working with an editor is high. You get ongoing feedback. You get the support you need. You get the encouragement that you need. You find your voice faster and you feel good about it. Rescue missions, super low confidence. It's like it really can feel like a emotional beating, right? It's like your book has a lot of problems and let's fix them, and that can really take your confidence for like a down spike. When I work with authors on rescue missions, major rebuilds to their book, it's something that I'm really aware that this can like knock an author's confidence right down. And that's something that we want to rebuild as we rebuild the book. But that's not a lot of fun for you. We don't want that. We want you to feel confident all the way through. Creative energy, it's preserved or maybe built when you're working with a developmental editor. We're not here to take away your creativity. We're here to enhance it, encourage it, and help you dip into it. When you bring a book that needs a rescue mission, you land up as an author feeling drained. Reworking large chunks is overwhelming, and it's a creativity killer. So upfront editing support is far cheaper, and it is going to give you a better book, and it's way better than a rescue mission. So stress level, Proactive, we're just going to talk about proactively working with a developmental editor here. Stress level, low. This ongoing guidance is going to offer you clarity and joy in the process. Timeline, you're going to plan it faster, write it faster, revise it faster, edit it faster, get it out into the world faster. Book quality, confidence. You know, those books that, we're still reading them 20, 30, 40 years later. A developmental editor can help you write something like that. So you're building a book that's strong right from the beginning, a book that is evergreen, a book that will last, a legacy book, a book that will build your confidence and build your reputation. Creative energy, it's preserved and even enhanced when working with a developmental editor because we are on your side. So it's cheaper, planning with purpose. What's faster? Working with a developmental editor from the start. What's better? A book that works and it lasts long term to build your reputation and build your career. So if you are ready to plan and write with clarity, let's chat. You can book a call. The link will be in the description, or you can pop over to our store and you can start with our book vision planner. That link will also be in the description. But either way, you want to work with someone to make sure that your book is what you want, because the worst thing in the world is to finish and publish a book and realize it's not serving your needs, it's not the quality you want, it's not a legacy book. You want to know right from the start it's worth the investment. And yes, it costs some money, but boy, I'll tell you, it'll save you a lot of time in the meantime. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and I can't wait to read your book.